Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I have another new set. I've used this once before. Kindest Gnomes and the Gnome dies. I made a cute fireworks box. Now this paper is host paper and it is from, it is called Celebrate Everything. Now after July 1st, of course, it's available. You can use your Stampin' Rewards to get it, but you have to spend $150 or more to get Stampin' Rewards. Now, if you don't want to do it by yourself, if you have friends that are stampers, you can all put your order together because it is a very large. It's 48 sheets. Yeah, it's a big, big stack of paper. You get several sheets of each one, so it'll be a good thing to split. I also used the Stylish Shapes dies for this inside square and the sentiment. I used the Color and Contour stamp set just for this sentiment. You're absolutely amazing. I do wish they had a 4th of July or a patriotic set. It would be sweet. It would be very nice. And the background here is from the Brights Designer Series paper. And this is Pacific Point, the blue in the back. All right, I started today on a totally different project, which I'm going to tell you about because I don't want you to waste any of your points when Celebration comes up. Okay, this is a Celebration set. It looks lovely, Wonderful World, and it is 100 points because you get this pack of gorgeous Designer Series paper with it. But it is 100 points, and when I started to do my project, let me show you how this stamped. This is the first stamp, and that's the stamped off. Neither one of them is good, I feel. This is my straight opinion. And this one's the first one, and this is the stamped off. And then here, this is the first, this is the stamped off. I even did them in blends. Of course, that didn't come out too good. The one that does come out nicely is the daffodil. That's the first stamp, that's the second stamp. I do like the first stamp on that. Or no, that's not a daffodil, that's an iris. Sorry, it's an iris. So that's up to you because the paper is very nice. But I'm unhappy with how two of these images, these two images here stamp. And I wouldn't want you to waste your celebration points if you're not going to be happy. All right, and that is my opinion. Okay. So let's get on to our project today. Inside here, I have a little bit of 4th of July stuff. I probably wouldn't put chocolate in here because it will get really hot around the 4th of July. It's been cool this June, but I'd probably put Twizzlers or something like that, or Skittles. But I also put some little snappers. I'm not sure where I got these. I think I might have been on vacation. Some snappers and some black snakes. These are little ones I used when I was a little girl. New York, everything, pretty much everything is illegal in New York. It's definitely a nanny state, so you can't even get sparklers here anymore. But you can get the poppers and the snakes. And I put in a little bit of candy in there with it. And also what you can do, I got these from Dollar Tree. They are the glow bracelets. They come with the bracelets and they give you the little connectors that break apart. So if you want to stick one or two in the side, it is bigger than the box, but you could stick it in there if you wanted to. Okay, so what we need for this project today is some basic white for stamping, a piece of real red DSP that is 11 by 7 1/4. We need 2 pieces of the fireworks DSP from Celebrate Everything host set that are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And of course, if you don't have the host paper, you're free to use whatever paper you want. I'm not just here for Stampin' Up! People. Okay. Then we need a square of real red that is 3 by 3, a basic white square that is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and this is from the Brights DSP. It is from the Stylish Shapes dies and is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Right. This is also from the Stylish Shapes dies out of real red, and from the Gnome dies, and this is also some of the host paper, 2 of the little grasses. Alrighty. Okay, so let me get my piece of real red cardstock, and I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we're going to score on the 11-inch side first, and we're going to score at 1/2, 4 1/2, 5 3/4, and 9 3/4. Okay, then we're going to turn it to the 7 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4. And that's it. So it's kind of got an open top. We just pinch it together, and that way the nice little glow bracelets can stick out the top. All right, I'm going to fold and burnish now. Okie dokie. Now, how this is going to be is there is a 1/2 inch skinny rectangle on the left-hand side. Excuse my nails, I'm missing some of them. I peeled off. So there's a 1/2 inch strip on the left, a 1 1/4 on the bottom, and a 1 1/4 on the right. And this is what we're going to do. Okay. So we're just going to leave this top part alone. We're going to go over to the skinny rectangle on the left, and we're going to go to the first score line and cut it to the first score line, and then wedge up a little bit into the skinny rectangle. And actually, you can take a tiny piece off, wedge down into the top of the skinny rectangle. All right, go to the other side of this rectangle, cut it straight, other side of the square, and cut this rectangle straight, and then wedge each side of the square. Okay, other side of this rectangle, cut it straight to the first score line, and then wedge each side of the square. And that's what your cardstock should look like after you've done cutting it and scoring it. All right, now I'm going to take some tear-in tape, and I'm going to put it on what's left of the skinny rectangle along the score line. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to take the backing off. I'm going to flip it over, flip the side with the tape, roll back any pieces that are over the edge, and pull the other side over to meet it. So this is our back. So we're going to put the sides in and the back, and this is where we're going to put our next piece of DSP. And I'll put another one just in case I decide to put something heavy in there. You could also use liquid glue if you want to. And I'm just going to take the backings off. And just make sure the sides are even when you put it together. And stick that down in there, make sure it's attached well. Okay. All right, now we're going to bring in our pieces of Celebrate Everything DSP. They're 2 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and they're going to go on the front and the back. And I'm going to use liquid glue. Okay. And I'm going to put my snappers. I don't have another thing of snakes, so this is another different type of snapper, which is too tall. So let's put the snakes in. I guess if I put it, there we go. And then the two pieces of candy. Kind of stuffing it. Okay. And then I'm going to run my fingers down the sides, kind of bend it in a little bit, and then squeeze the sides to meet with the front. And it will go down as far as it wants to, depending on what you have in there. Okay? Alrighty. Now, let's leave this alone for a minute and let's work on our stamping. Okie dokie. So we need Tuxedo Black Ink. And first let's stamp the mushroom. Great. And then we'll stamp the gnome, and this gnome is the one that's sitting down peeking out from under his hat, because I thought that was cute for the fireworks. Okay, and also we have our label that is real red cardstock, and it is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and your absolutely amazing sentiment is from Color and Contour stamp set. So if you have another one that's better for the 4th of July, that'd be great. And excuse my head here if I'm in the way. There we go. Okie dokie. Now, I have already cut out the mushroom and the gnome using the gnome dies, and now we're going to do some coloring. I'm just going to use some scrap underneath. All right, now I'm using a bunch of Stampin' blends, but you use whatever you feel your favorite coloring method is. All right, so first we'll do the mushroom. And I'm going to start with light crumb cake, and I'm just going to do the underneath of the mushroom. Then I'm going to use the dark crumb cake. And we're going to do the rest. Well, actually, before we use the dark crumb cake, let's take the dark soft suede. And I'm going to do the frame of the door. Oops. And the planks across the door. Okay, and I'll do the window frames. And I also did the doorknob. Okay. And then on the rest of the door, I'm going to use the light soft suede. Now I'm going to take dark crumb cake, and I'm going to do the mushroom, the rest of the bottom of the mushroom. Okay. Then I'm going to use dark real red for the top of the mushroom. Okay, and for the windows, I'm going to use Light Pool Party. Okay, and that is the mushroom. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to our gnome. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a little bit of Light Flirty Flamingo on the top of his nose. Okay. Then I'm going to get Dark Petal Pink and blend out the nose. And then I'm going to put it in the eyes, well, the part of the face, and the hands. Okay. Then I'm going to use Light Real Red. Okay, I also forgot to tell you to put Dark Petal Pink in the mouth too. Okie dokie. Now we're going to use Dark Real Red and do the hat, the outside of the hat. And then we're going to do the shirt with Light Night of Navy. Well, it's actually just the arms of the shirt. Okay, and I'm going to do the pants with the dark soft suede. And the shoes with Dark Real Red. Okay, and then finally I'm going to use some light smoky slate, light smoky slate, to just kind of fill in a little bit of gray. I just kind of put it next to those lines that are already there for us. Okay, and that's the gnome. Okay, now we need our other pieces here. All right, we're going to take the Real Red square that is 3 by 3 and attach the basic white square that is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. It should just have about 1/16 of an inch all the way around. Okay, and then this Stylish Shapes dies that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And that should also have about 1/8 of an inch of border all around. I should just settle and not make it perfect, right? Okay. Okie dokie. Now, first we're going to put down our mushroom, and the mushroom is going to be about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of the blue square. And it's going to stick up a little bit and off a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put liquid glue on this. I'm going to lift it up so there's about 1/4 of an inch. And I want the bottom to look straight here. Okay, there we go. All right, and now I'm going to stick this piece of grass so that the two blades are kind of peeking off to the left. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom. Oopsie. And I'm going to have the grass kind of sticking out. Maybe just a sliver of blue showing underneath. Okay. Then I'm going to take dimensionals to add the gnome on. And I'm just going to tuck him over here so he's lower than the mushroom and off to the left of it a little bit. Okay. And now for this piece, I kind of want it to go up like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right at the bottom so that these two pieces look like they're straight. Okay. And then I'm just going to put them on the side of the mushroom. Just about down to the bottom also, like this one. Okay. And then let's do our, tuck this in there. Okay. What I want you to do is get a small hole punch. Right now I only, for the 1/4 inch, I have the Crocodile, which is still available, I think, on eBay. I'm not sure if you can get it in any stores. All right, and I'm just going to pop 2 holes towards the middle. Make sure that everything is together. Okay. All right. And I'm going to take some of our Real Red Faux Linen ribbon, which is on sale right now for $5 because this is retiring, and once it's retired, there's no more. So, but I'm going to try to use mine up before it disappears. And I'm just going to tie a bow. There we go. And then I'm just going to clip it. And I'm going to attach this on the 3 sides about a 1/2 inch border around. I'm going to put that on with liquid glue. Okay, now I'm just going to take my sentiment and I'm just going to tuck it in so that they don't have to mess with it, when they open it. Okay, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on there also. I'm just going to tuck it up right there. Okay, and for the final touch, all I'm going to do is take some Wink of Stella and make the gnome's hat a little bit sparkly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, my email is below. The link to my blog is below also, and my link to shop at my store. Alrighty, if you were thinking of joining Stampin' Up, they have a special that starts July 1st, along with the $125 worth of products for $99 plus free shipping. You get a $50 planner. All right, so if you were thinking of joining, I would wait till July 1st. All right, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload a video. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.